you all for being here tonight to support these young men and this young man. It is a young man. No program likes to go through the transition that this program went through in the middle of this season, but it was a move that had to be made in the best interest of these young men and all of you fans and everybody who's focused on the quality and the history and tradition of this program. Ray Harper was asked to take on a program on an interim capacity, try to get it back on track, breathe some energy into the program, and Ross Bjork and I were observing how our fans were going to react to this, how the team was going to react to this, and we were going to give him about a 6-week audition for this job. And in the meantime, Ross Bjork was at work, doing what we said we'd do, searching the country, talking to a lot of head coaches who wanted this job, and a lot of others across the NCAA who desperately wanted to come to Bowling Green, Kentucky and sit in the chair Ray Harper is now sitting in. But we observed our fans. We observed the energy, the sustained energy. We observed the dedication. We saw this arena become full again. We saw our students breathe energy into the program that we hadn't seen for a couple of years. We saw this team playing with a focus and a determination and a skill. We had not seen before. So we knew that this is a decision that needed to be made, and Ross called Sunday night and said, let's do it now. And I said, we're on, let's go. So he planned everything that you're seeing, that you saw yesterday, that what you've seen today, and I could not be more proud that this decision has been made. And, you know, I'm going to be in this job for a while longer, but I look forward to sharing the rest of my time at this university with one head basketball coach, Ray Harper. Journal sitting right down here, and he called me yesterday. We had a conversation about Ray's appointment, and he asked me one question. He said, how much time we give him? How much time, how many years will go by before you expect to compete for Sun Belt Championship? And my response was, well, I expect to compete for Tournament Championship in 2 weeks. I expect to compete for regular season championship next year. And I don't mean to set Ray up with that, but maybe I kind of do. But that's the history, the tradition, and the expectation of this program every year. Compete for Sun Belt Conference Championship, get to the NCAA tournament, and penetrate, win games. This program is proud of one of the greatest traditions in NCAA basketball history. We've kind of been up and down in recent years, but we want a coach that will get us to a point where we achieve a level of excellence and championship play sustained year in, year out. We want to get there every year. That's what the guys in this program bought into when they signed on. That's what we expect to help them achieve, and we need every one of you to be part of that journey year in, year out. And fans, it is time. You've expressed yourself, you've let your feelings be known about Coach Harper. We've listened. It's time to put your money where your energy has been, and I don't want to see another open seat in this arena the rest of this season, or any of next year, or any year going forward. The people that have built this tradition, Coach Odom sitting right down here, Coach Richards, and many, many of you have built it. These young men are trying to sustain it, and it's our job to give them the energy and the backing and the confidence that we can all achieve it together. So starting Thursday night against Arkansas State, continuing Saturday against Middle Tennessee State, going into the Sun Belt Tournament, everybody needs to be all in for this program and support Ray Harper and the great things that are going to happen with him as our head coach. Thank you.
And now, let's Harper Nation, please welcome WKU Athletic Director Ross York.
Thank you, Tony. I'm not that good, I need my notes. You can tell President Ransdale speaks with emotion. We're so proud that he's our leader, and it sounds like you might need to extend that contract past 2022. Because I think he's 50 years old, so he's got plenty of time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 40? Yeah. Oh, we'll check that resume. I think we're good. But, you know, thank you so much for being here tonight. And I know we have fans that are watching online, and we hope it's working properly. We know that we got great support with our television network. But first of all, I want to thank our players for their toughness, their perseverance this season, especially the last 6 weeks. They've gone through a lot, and to thrust this situation on them, you know, everything that we do is about our student athletes. And so I want to thank them. Thank you. They are the bottom line. In our business, they're the bottom line, and that's where it starts and that's where it ends, every decision that we make. You know, when we made the change on January 6th, we stated, and we were true to this, that we were going to do a search. This program, the history that speaks for itself, 8th all-time winningest program, 42 conference titles at our 3rd in the NCAA, 21 NCAA appearances, all the banners that hang, all the history. We owed it to ourselves and to this program to do a search. And so we set out to do that in finding our next head basketball coach. And I can tell you unequivocally that this job was coveted. Many conversations, many types of input from all around the country, right up until yesterday, as a matter of fact, where people wanted this job. We understood that during the process that it was unique. It's during the season. But we had to look at 3 different categories: sitting head coaches, assistant coaches, and those that have been head coaches before who want to get back in the chair. But as we spoke to a lot of people, analyzed a lot of information, one man stood out. It became apparent who that leader had to be and who that individual was to take us with a new voice. And he was actually friendly, and he was familiar, and he was right down the hall. We understood that also we're in the state of Kentucky. You love basketball, right? Absolutely. So we understand that hiring a basketball coach in the state of Kentucky, it's a pretty big deal. So it's a serious task that we sought out to hire the best coach. But we knew that hiring your basketball coach was even bigger because it's your program, and that's what we wanted to do, was hire the best. Hiring Ray Harper completes a journey from this young man from Eulenburg County. And we're excited to have him as our head coach. You know what? It's a 70-mile drive from Bremen, Kentucky to Bowling Green. I Googled it. About 70 miles, right here in this arena. But you know what? It's kind of been a winding road for Coach Harper. He wanted to be a hilltopper from day one, but they said he wasn't quite good enough to be a player. Thank goodness he never gave up on that dream to our benefit, to WKU's benefit. Now we know that he is great enough to lead this program back to college basketball's elite status. When you hire a coach or any position, you always look for the best fit. There is no one that can define the best fit than Coach Harper, especially for this basketball program. He's a 5-time National Coach of the Year. He's won 4 national championships. He has an 83% winning percentage. There's only 2 men in the history of college basketball who have led their team to 6 consecutive NCAA championship games: John R. Wooden and Lilburn Ray Harper. Unless a program is hiring Mike Krzyzewski, Billy Donovan, Roy Williams, or Jim Calhoun, no Division I program can hire an active coach with more NCAA titles. So there is no question that Ray Harper is a great basketball coach, but there's more. There's a lot more that we study. He's a teacher, he's a leader, he's a mentor, but most of all, he cares about people. He cares about all of you, and he cares about his players. Simply put, Ray Harper is a winner in every aspect. We spoke to a lot of people connected directly to this program about this job and what we needed to look for. And many of those conversations were with former players and former coaches. So I want to thank them for their input and have them stand up. Any former WKU basketball player that's here, please stand up and be recognized. Thank you, guys. As we went through the process, we're human. President Ransdale, myself, we're human beings. The avalanche of support did not go unnoticed, as President Ransdale alluded to. The Harper heads, it's pretty creative, Jonathan. Where you at? Stand up, Jonathan. Wave that original Harper head. You know, I didn't know how to put it when my year-and-a-half-old son started waving the Harper head around the house the last 6 weeks, so maybe that was a sign. But you know what? I knew on January the 7th what we had. I came here to work out at 6 in the morning here in Diddle Arena, and guess who was here that morning? The day after he took over, planning for that game, Coach Harper. Then, at about 3:58 p.m., when our team ran out of the tunnel, to that energy, Diddle Arena magic came back instantaneously. So we knew that we might have something special. But you know what? We also had to do a search. We also owed it to the program. You know what? We didn't go into this with a script. There was no theory except for what's best for our players and what's best for your program. That's it. That was the bottom line. What's right and doing the right thing the entire way. The challenge, 7,326. That's the capacity of Diddle Arena. 7,326. We expect, and we're asking everyone to fill this arena starting Thursday night, Saturday night, especially against the blue team from the South, and into the future. You believe in this program, you believe in this coach, you believe in what's happened, you believe in these players, and that's what we want to occur starting on Thursday night to set that foundation. So, without further ado, I want to introduce your new head basketball coach, Ray Harper.
Conferences before, but never with a band and cheerleaders and a crowd that looks like this. And what a special evening and what a special place to be. I'd like to first thank Dr. Ransdale, Ross, and Todd for having the confidence and the trust in me to run this great basketball program. Like Dr. Ransdale and Ross talked about earlier, it's a rich, storied basketball program. I remember growing up as a kid, and I think I was in about the 7th grade, and when I went to school, I wanted my red on because the Hilltoppers were playing UK that night in the NCAA tournament, and unfortunately I had some schoolmates that were for the University of Kentucky. And thank goodness the good guys won that day. Thanks, Coach O. I'd like to also thank these guys right here. The players, the staff. Like Ross said, on January the 6th was a whirlwind for everyone. For me, the players. And I've told them over and over that it was never easy for them. but to see the commitment and the dedication and the belief of the success that would come through hard work. Guys, I can't tell you, if you continue to do that each and every day, not only throughout your basketball career, but through your life, you're going to be successful. This is a tremendous group of young men that are committed to getting this basketball program back where it belongs, and that's on top. And I'd also like to thank you, the fans. Wow. On January the 6th, that was the Friday, is that correct? So we come out for the game on Saturday against Troy, and I had no idea what to expect from the fans. And I can't see the band members, they're over here. But you guys, band members, wherever you are, thank you. You guys, I love all you guys, the students. Musically talented, but I am going to play those drums maybe the last day. But to walk out and see the excitement and the enthusiasm in Ditto Arena was very humbling, but also very exciting. To me, that's what WKU basketball is all about. It's what it's always been about. And these guys, I'm glad they got to experience it. Our plan is to give you a basketball program that you will be proud of, that each time you watch them, you'll say, that's my team. They play hard, they're entertaining, not always perfect, but the one thing I will say about them, they have played as hard as they can possibly play. We've lost some tough games here over the last 3 weeks, but I've never walked in that locker room and said, guys, you didn't give it your best. As a basketball coach, all you want to do is get better each day and see a group of young men play as hard as they possibly can. And that's what this group has done each and every day. And because of that, we have 2 games remaining. And then we have 4 games in the conference tournament. And I can stand up here and talk about the future, and I'm not going to do that. You all know what the future is going to bring. It's going to bring a lot of championships, a lot more banners. But we're going to finish this thing up. We're going to finish this season up. I don't have a 5-year plan. I don't have a 3-year plan. I have a now plan. And our now plan is to win. I told you I had a 3-year plan. That wouldn't be real fair to Khalil and Ting and Jamal. But what about me, Coach? We're going to win. We're going to win now. Won't always be easy. We talked about it. There'll be days where they'll think that Coach is a little too tough on them. But winning is tough. If it was easy, everyone would do it. You know, this is my home. And this is your university. And I'm proud to be here tonight and just be a small part of it. We're going to return this program to its championship stature, a place that it so richly deserves, a place that it's been before, and a place we're going back to. The difference, once we get there, we're not going anywhere. We've been, the thing about winning, and these guys will understand it, when you get to the top of the mountain, and guys, I've been to the top of the mountain, guys try to push you off. But you just get tougher, and you understand what it took to get there. I sit here and I see these guys, from Darnell to Johnny to Bobby to Daryl, 2 of the greatest coaches that's ever been here, Coach Richards and Coach O. You guys know what you mean to me. I want you to know this is your program. I want you to feel welcome. I want you to stop by practice anytime. I've called Coach O a couple times and asked him if he'd come sit on the bench with me. I sure could use you guys from time to time. But that's what I want this university to be. I want this basketball program. I want you to understand this is your program. And you're going to be proud to watch it and see it continue to grow. Got some goals that I want this program to be about. One of the first things we want to do is we want to dominate at Diddle Arena. When an opponent sees they play WKU on January the 4th, they know they got problems. When they see they play WKU on February the 14th, they got problems. Diddle Arena is going to be a place of enthusiasm, a place of excitement, and a place where you're going to see a basketball team play as hard as you've ever seen. The other thing we want to do is we want to win championships. We want to, when you think of the Sun Belt Conference and winning championships, WKU is going to be at the front and foremost. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to circle on your calendar when Selection Sunday is. I want it to be something that you anticipate, not something, are we getting in? I want you to be wondering, what is our seed going to be? How high are we going to be? We're going to aim for goals higher than 10 feet. Our goals are going to be high. I think anything worth achieving, there comes a price, and these guys are willing to pay that price. Last, I want to reestablish Hilltop of Pride. I know you guys are so proud of this basketball program, and I'm so honored, humbled, and proud to be here tonight and be called your head coach. Ross said it earlier, it's been a journey. Yeah, this is where I always wanted to be. He had a coach back in the 80s, didn't know what he was doing, by the way. Because yes, I did want to come here, and yes, I could have played here. But I had a coaching friend text me before I came in. He said, "What is it with you and the letters K and W?" He said, "You like to end up at those schools with K and W, and you win a lot when you get there." And I said, "Yes, I do. And we're gonna do the same things here that we did about 60 or 70 miles down the road. We're gonna win championships." Again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm gonna send the code red out. I know they've talked about filling up Diddle Arena. Let's call Saturday night Diddle versus Middle. How about that? Sellouts is where we want this program to be. We want you to know you better get your season tickets early. Not going to walk in here the day of the game and be able to get tickets. We don't have any tickets for sale. It's a sellout tonight. We've got a basketball team that everyone, not only in Bowling Green, but in Ohio County, Muhlenberg County, Davis County, Glasgow, Everett, Barrington, they want to be in Diddle Arena to see this basketball team. And that's where we want to go with this basketball program. I could think 100 more people tonight, and I'd end up missing someone. But last, I'd like to thank my family. I did this last. Well, you're right to do this, but man, you guys have been there every step of the way. Do it. I love you guys. You know that? It goes without saying. Thanks for all your support. And trust me when I tell you, we're going to get this done. Stay with us. We're taking it to a whole new level. Thank you guys.